Dips might seem a bit difficult to do, but they're not if you have the right toys. And today I'm going to show you the toys that I like to use when I coach. So we've got a band and we also got this type of belt. And in a regular dip, you're just gonna, this is the regular dip where you're going up and down and you have your bars and you train your triceps, you train your pecs. It's a good push movement, but it's difficult to do, especially for girls, for women, and for younger guys that aren't that strong. So to make it more fun to train, what you can do is, you can of course use a band to make the movement easier. And the way you do it is you place the band underneath your hand and then you just place one knee in it. And then you can dip, and now it's easier to perform the dip. But if you know me, we like to do eccentric movements. And in the dip, that means the movement when you go downwards. So you can actually perform the dip, just the eccentric portion. So I'm going to go up on my toes, and I'm going to start here, and I'm just going to lower myself. And now when I'm down here, I'm going to put my foot down, shift my weight on the feet, release, get up on my toes, and I'm just going down. And this is one of the best ways to get young athletes to do dips. You just tell them to just go up. You can hold it here for a while as well. This is also quite demanding for a lot of people. And then you lower yourself down. You go up, and you lower yourself down. Now, a lot of people think that, okay, that's a good scaled version. It's for inexperienced athletes, it's for young athletes. What about the pros? Well, you don't necessarily have to be young and weak to do something like that. If you add, so you use a belt like this, anything that you can put around your hip to add some resistance, and that's what we're going to do now. So by using a belt, or you can, alternatively, you can just put a dumbbell between your legs, between your knees. It's actually difficult to hold. So I'm just going to put a plate like this. So now I'm a bit heavier, and most people would do regular dips with resistance, but you can still do the eccentric way. So I'm going to go up on my toes and I'm going to lower myself down, put my foot down and up again like this. And this is something that experienced lifters, if you're really strong, you can do this with 20 kilos up and down. You can put more weight on, and you can actually build a lot of muscle by just doing the eccentric portion of the movement. So it's not only for beginners. And it's important to do all these variations to make the training fun. Because when you train with athletes that are from another sport, maybe they're not into lifting weights. And then it's really good to have bands, have the chains, and then it's easy to also complete multiple sets. Because if you start with just body weight, let's say you do 2 times 10, and then, okay, let's do it with the extra weight, just the eccentric, and then you're going to do it with the band, and then you do both eccentric and concentric, and you have these alternatives, and you're going to end up with much more sets than if you would tell the athletes, okay, do 5 times 10, because that's really boring. So I use it in my training to make it, get more variation, make it more fun, and that way I'm going to do more sets. And the good thing about dips, just like pull-ups, that it's calisthenic movements, meaning it's body weight. So if you have parents that don't want their kids in the gym, I'm one of those parents, by the way, I'd rather see that they do pull-ups with bands, dips with bands, and dips are not easy to come by. So if you go to a park, you can usually find some kind of pull-up place, but to find somewhere where you can dip, it's not that easy. So what you can do is you can use chairs or anything that you can have just on both sides to lower yourself down. And if it's difficult, then just do the eccentric portion. I'm Eric Snell, the author of the Fit Businessman book. Good luck with your training. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon again.